Alright guys, so I have a Mazda 3 all-wheel drive turbo. It's a 2023 white. I love this car, it's amazing. I have the charge pipe from LP Customs. I have all the equipment they sent me. I'll be installing this. Hopefully it's pretty a simple job. We'll find out, but the intake's gonna have to come off. I'm gonna take the battery off just so I have more room, wiggle room to get back there. I know it was a pain in the butt to get this intake installed in the first place. Okay, so let's clear this. And to remove the intake, let's remove the battery first, but 10mm to get off the terminals of the battery, and that whole thing just slides out, so it's really easy. This is going to be so much fun to take off. Oh, I cannot wait to take this off. The BMS intake, any intake you put on these cars sound amazing just because the stock box kind of suppresses a lot of the turbo noises. So having any kind of intake, even if it's full aluminum like this one was full aluminum, it makes such a big difference on the turbo noise. There we go. There we go. If you're wondering what the BMS intake looks like, that's against plastic. That's not against like metal or anything. That's crazy. Well, that's good to know. Interesting. I might have to see if I can find a solution to that. Alright, so is this so just this has something like a temperature gauge, so I don't damage it. I'm just gonna place that back in. What I want to do is just leave it on and unplug it, take it off with the charge pipe, and then deal with it later. There's a gray tab right here. That gray tab just pulls up. You pull that all the way up, and then you push it in, and it completely comes off of the sensor. So it's actually pretty easy to remove. But I'll remove the rest of these bolts. I'll take that entire sensor off so I don't want to break it or anything. So we'll do that right now. This off. I can actually show you what this looks like. So looking at the charge pipe, I'm definitely gonna have to remove this plate. So I'm gonna have to take this off. And then this sensor will just screw right into the charge pipe itself. So it should be pretty simple just to install, but hopefully getting this sensor off isn't hard, but we'll find out. All right. I think the fun part is yet to come. Here, I'll show you on the actual charge pipe, the new one. So you have two bolts. You have two bolts right here that are actually attached on the bottom half, so it sits like this in there. Well, that bottom bolt doesn't look fun to get to. I don't think I'm gonna have a fun time trying to get to that bolt. The top bolt doesn't look too bad, I think I can get to it. Now we do have that hose that goes right up on top of the charge pipe, so it should be pretty easy. Everything else is unbolted, except for that mount up there. I'm gonna leave that one for last. And then it should just, slide right up. So short socket here. Get off with this. If not, we might have to go try something special here. Something special indeed needs to happen. So I found the easiest way. So it's just a wrench, but with adjustable head, so you can move it back and forth, so you can get into weird angles. Best purchase ever. Let's see if we can get to the bottom bolt with this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll tell you what the first issue is that your handle's too long. The fan's in the way. Got it. I got like one click at a time with this. Alright. That's the bottom bolt done. And the top bolt is already loose. Just loosen this guy. Boom. This hose is attached to the charge pipe down here. But it's just a little clip. It looks like it's just a little plastic clip, which is on the bottom side. Yeah, at that point I just did the clip on the hose. Alright. Please come off. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. It's a pain in the ass. So back here, this is the charge pipe that I'm replacing. So you have this deal, a little rubber piece that needs to come off, and it's got two straps on. Well, I loosened that one. Probably gonna have to loosen that one. Okay, it's completely free right now. Now to finagle this out. How do I get this around? That's the problem. That hose is in the perfect spot. Just another clip I just saw. I don't know how I missed it, but this clip, I already pulled the top half out, but you have to get to the bottom half. Down here. Here you go. Push that out. Yeah, I don't want to break the clip. But now we're back to this. If it's easy, I would love to just remove this battery tray. Perfect. So there's a little bit of room now. after taking those bolts off. So that should be the only thing now attached. Boom! OEM charge pipe. Look how skinny that is. Full plastic. Good design. I mean, nothing wrong with it. But I'm sure the aluminum one look better and sound better. More airflow too. Oh, one thing too. A ring here. So carefully take this out and it's gonna go into the new one. Just don't break this. So that might clean this up actually. She's got a little sand on her. So, but I'm gonna clean this up as best as I can. That's interesting. Well, this piece doesn't come with the new charge pipe, so this piece needs to come off. This is just the actual mount that goes on top. So this piece needs to come off. I'm guessing it's just this middle piece pushes all the way through. Yes, I am correct. And then that rubber piece, so that comes off like that. I'm gonna kind of make sure I put it on the right way too. So flathead towards battery side, and then this I'm guessing you can just kind of push through without breaking the plastic, of course. It's rubber, it should be fine. So the charge pipe for Melty Custom, it has 3 bung holes. The sensors, it has one for nitrous, if later on you wanted to add nitrous, but there's 3 here. They come with, one's for the boost hose, comes out that I took off. So that's where that hose would then go on. They send you that. And then they also send you a kind of like a cap. So in case you're not using nitrous now, which I'm not, you just put that cap in. And then the other one is for the sensor that we took out earlier. All right, so just to get this nut off this sensor, it's 2 17s. So I was just gonna place one side here, stick here, and then do the other side. But I'm gonna like put this on the table. So we won't be using this plate because this sensor is gonna go directly into the charge pipe, the new charge pipe. It has a crush washer on it too. Now this was about where this sensor was on the charge pipe, on the old charge pipe, and I can show you compared to the old one. So with the new one, this is the old one, where that sensor was. Now the boost, you can see there's a little tab right here. That's where the boost like regulator, I'm guessing it was, came out. I actually don't know. Don't quote me on what, I don't know what sensor that is. It's something to do with boost stuff. But that boost is gonna go right here, that tab. So I'm just gonna put it there. And then that bunghole filler, I'm just gonna put that filler in there because I'm not gonna be using it. So I'm just gonna put a cap on it basically. And then the boost port right there. Now remember, this is an aluminum charge pipe. So tighten it hand tight. You don't want to strip the threads in this, or you're gonna strip it and you're kind of out of luck. And then we'll put that filler in and then the boost first. So we'll put this one in. We'll hand tighten it for now, and then we'll tighten it down. And then I'm gonna do the plug filler too. I'm gonna fill this. And then the filler is a Allen key. So you'll need an Allen key to push that all the way through. Now the fun part is squeezing this in here. Okay. I'm sure I can take this battery box off. It's just avoiding not to. It looks like it's just some bolts that seem difficult to take off. I'm gonna try to take that off. So I want to make this as easy as possible. Oh my god, this might make my life a little bit easier. I made it 10 times easier taking that off. I'm trying to avoid doing that, but it worked. Because I think I can get around that hose. Like so. Oh my god, so much. Alright, so I think I start. Boom, boom. There's not a lot of room. Okay, so that bolt, where this comes in, I'll show you guys. Get one more bolt in that package. It's just a nut and a bolt. Well, for that sensor, if you want to focus, for that sensor, just put that down there. It has no threads on the bottom ends. Okay, so the only thing that I couldn't manage to get to fit, there's a clip on the back of this that's supposed to go here, but this wire for the sensor, I couldn't even wrap it around this side. It was just too tight. I didn't want to put any extra stress on that wire, and it's pretty tight right now too, but with it sitting right there, there's enough kind of like a wiggle So I feel more comfortable with that than having it actually be put back into here. And then of course you got that line that goes up to the sensor. That bolt's holding it in. And then you get the plug down there. These bolts are tight. That bolt is tight. Okay, so I found a solution to the rubbing on the intake. And plus, if you have any rubbing on the charge pipe from this, what I did was, this has a little bit of movement in it. When you put these two bolts in the back here, you can just drill out the side of this bolt hole, and you will be able to move it a little bit, so you won't have to worry about anything rubbing. One more thing I would like to note too. These are all the spare bolts that were kind of like after the install. This is everything that was like left. So the two of these were for the sensor itself. And then this was on the sensor, of course, the back side of this plate. And then two of these bolts went into there. That other bolt was for the sensor up here, this one right here, that we replaced that bolt with. So it kind of just all worked out.